Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading for what the month of October is going to look like for you. So today we actually have 4 groups. You can choose deck 1, 2, 3, or 4. And we're going to go ahead and get started. You can pause if you need to. So the first week of your October, you received strength. And I think you're going to be feeling really strong the first week. Maybe you're starting something new, or maybe you've been working out a lot and you physically and mentally are going to be feeling very strong. So let's see what week 2 has for you. You have 2 of Bats. These are my really cute Halloween cards that just came in. Very excited to use them. So 2 of Bats. So the second week of October, you're going to be feeling like there is something you're going to have to decide. And maybe this strength led you to this point because you had the courage to go ahead and pursue something, and now you're going to have to make a decision on maybe exactly what it is you want to do, which direction you want to go in for the month or for your life. There's definitely going to be some sort of decision that you're going to be thinking about in the second week of October, and you're going to have to eventually make a decision. So your third week of October, you received the 9 of Pumpkins. So your third week, you're going to be just sort of relaxing and taking everything in and enjoying life. Maybe you're going to be going on a trip, or it is October, so maybe you're going to be going to a few parties, get-togethers. You're just going to enjoy the worldly things around you. Maybe this is so you can sort of give yourself some time to make this decision. So the fourth week, you have the 8 of Bats. So I think the fourth week, after you're done having your little fun me time or whatever, you're gonna go back to this decision. I think you're gonna be thinking about it a lot this week because you don't have as many distractions as you did the week before. So you're sort of gonna feel a little bit trapped because you have to make this decision even though you may not want to, but you will need to. And your 5th week, since there's technically 5 weeks, although the last week is only like 3 or 4 days, you received the Hermit. So I think you're going to take the last week to just reflect inward and sort of work everything out. What came up in week 2, you're going to be thinking about, and then by the end of October, you're going to be working a plan out for yourself, is what I feel. You're going to get to a plan and finding out a way to get around this. I don't know if it's a problem or just something you need to decide. It might be something small, but it's big enough for you to have these sort of worries about. And so for the month of October, I do have a Goddess Guidance Oracle card for you. And you received Mother Mary. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So however that resonates, you're being heard. Just hold on to this strength throughout the month that you start with. Make sure you keep that so that you can get to this point where you will be working things out for yourself. I think things are looking pretty good for you in October. Just some decision making. So thank you for tuning in. And now we're going to move on to group 2. Hello, group 2. So here is your month of October as described through my adorable Halloween deck. So the first week of October, you received the 8 of Imps. So I think the first week might seem a tiny bit chaotic, but that's just, I think that's just like the energy around you. But you're working on something and you're going to plan to take some sort of action on the first week of October. Maybe you're planning on pursuing a career or like some sort of gig or something, or maybe even a person. But you're definitely planning on putting some sort of plan into action within the first week of October. And I think you've probably been thinking about it most of September. So your second week in October, you received the Death card. So your second week of October, you're going to be letting some things go. So these things are probably things that are not serving you in your life currently, and you finally decided to let them go. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe you've been thinking for a long time, oh, I really need to get out of this job, or I really need to get out of this relationship, or just you're needing to let something go. I need to let go of this habit. And you're finally deciding to take the steps towards that within the first 2 weeks of October. And within the second week, you're finally making the decision to let this thing go. So your third week of October, you received the Fool. So your third week of October, you're going to be feeling good and good enough to go out and pursue something that you've been wanting to. You may not have a lot of experience in this, but that's okay. And you're just going to go for it because you just feel called to, or it feels like the right time. And you don't need to wait to have all this experience or whatever in order to go after a goal. And that's what you're going to be doing. And your fourth week of October, you have the Four of Imps. So I think your fourth week of October, you're going to be sort of letting loose, celebrating a little bit. Probably like within group 1, it is October, so maybe going to a few parties or get-togethers. You're just going to be having a good time and knowing that you've sort of made the right decision within the first few weeks. And you're sort of just going to be enjoying right now. And so your fifth week, which is the last couple of days of October, you received the King of Pumpkins. So I think by the end of October, you're going to be feeling pretty content with yourself and how things are going. And you're going to be feeling a little more balanced and stable in your life. So I think your October is looking pretty good. You're moving on to a new stage in your life, and it's all kind of happening very fast, although you have been thinking about it for a while. And so I also got pulled a goddess guidance deck for each group, and you received Siege, I think that's how you say it. Quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So just go within and really sort of reflect about those things that you do want out of life, and go ahead and pursue them. Pursue them and let whatever's holding you back, doubts, fears, people, anxieties, and let them go. And you can always talk to yourself during this quiet time to receive more guidance and inner reflection. So that was it for group 2. I hope that resonated, and thank you for tuning in. Now we're moving on to group 3. Almost skipped a number. Okay, so what your October is going to look like. This is going to be week by week. Your first week, you received judgment. So I feel that in your first week, you're going to be sort of letting go of, I don't know, maybe you were a type of person who really cared what other people thought, but now you're sort of moving into a new phase in your life, maybe a more spiritual phase, and you're just releasing all of that supposed judgment that you feel that other people are looking down or weird at you. You're just gonna be, I think you're just finally deciding, I don't care. First week of October, you don't care. You're just going to go for it and enjoy yourself and live your life for you and you only. And so your second week of October, you receive the 8 of Ghosts. This is a cute Halloween deck. So I think your second week of October, just like group 2, I think you're also going to be leaving some things, people, places behind that are also not serving you on this new journey that you are taking. I feel like this might be, like I said, a spiritual journey. You're just going in a different direction than you were. And you know that you can't take some of these things with you, or people, and or even like emotions or thought forms and ways of thinking, and it makes you a little bit sad because it's hard to let familiar things go, but you know that it's going to be for the best. And so your third week of October, you received the 4 of Pumpkins. So I think by the third week of October is when you're really going to start to be planting these seeds and these desires and goals that you really want to manifest in your life. And you're really going to feel inspired by the third week of October to start pursuing these things. And so your fourth week of October, you received the 4 of Ghosts. So I think by the fourth week of October, you might be feeling a little bit sad, a little bit disappointed, because you're sort of, I think you're going to be second guessing yourself a little bit on if you did make the right decision, and that's going to be creeping up on you. But if it is for the good of yourself and your well-being, just know that you're making the right decision. And so by the 5th week, so the last couple of days of October, you received the 3 of Pumpkins. And so I think by the last week of October, you're going to be a little further past this stage, and you're going to realize that it is for the best. So you're going to start working on your goals and careers and manifestations again. And I think by the end of October is when you're really going to start pursuing what it is that you want. So I'm going to also show you your goddess guidance that I pulled for you, and you received Yamanya. I think that's how you say it. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So in October there's going to be some doors opening for you. And just make sure that you are, I don't know, recognizing or acknowledging not only yourself and your hard work that you're putting in, but that this hard work is what's going to get you to these opportunities. You're actually manifesting this for yourself. So I hope that that resonates with you. Thank you for tuning in, and we're going to move on to group 4. So hello group 4. This is your week by week, how your October of 2018 is going to look. So your first week, you have the 2 of Imps. So your first week of October, you're sort of going to be playing some type of mediator. I don't know if this is between friends or family, but you're always that one that sort of like trying to console everybody and soothe things and get everybody to get along. And I think maybe the start of the holidays is sort of, people are gonna start acting a little grumpy maybe, and you're going to be there to sort of smooth a situation over. And so your second week of October, you received the 10 of Pumpkins. So I think in your second week of October, you're going to be reaping some type of reward. Maybe you've been working really hard at work and you're going to get some type of promotion or recognition of some type. You're going to be rewarded in some way, and maybe you've been trying to manifest something, and the second week of October is when you will receive that. So your third week of October, you received the High Priestess. So I think you might have some sort of spiritual gifts. Maybe you are an empath or very intuitive, and that is why you are sort of always this mediator, because you can feel and know other people's feelings. I myself am an empath, so I know to always want to have things there be no conflict, because that way it feels better not only for you but for everybody and all the energies around you. And so I think by the third week of October, you're going to be feeling a little more like intuitive, and like your psychic senses are sort of picking up, and maybe you've been working on this. And I think the third week, you're going to be working more so on them, or maybe something is maybe you're going to continue to work on more manifestations because you are seeing that they are paying off. And so your fourth week of October, you receive the Ace of Imps. So in the fourth week of October, I think that you are going to become very inspired, and you're going to get all these new ideas, and that might be from like maybe you're meditating a lot or something, and you're sort of clearing your mind of like fears and doubts. So your creativity is really going to be flowing by the end of this month, and you're going to just sort of like make sure to have like a journal or something and just write down all the ideas that are coming to you so that you can keep track of them, because I feel like you're going to have a few, and there's going to be some that you want to work on right away and others that you're excited about. So you're really going to be feeling creative. And so the last week of October, the technical fifth week, last couple of days, you received the World. So I think you're going to be feeling pretty fulfilled by the end of this month. And this might come from your manifestations, and you're just feeling really good, and like you're working on yourself, and you're getting all these new ideas, and you're really going to become very open to all this like love and ideas that are coming your way, and you're really going to try it and sorry, that's my dog. Try and pursue all these things, and you're just going to be really excited about life in the future. So everyone's October seemed to be pretty good. And so I did pull a goddess guidance card for you for the month of October, and rightly so, you got, I don't know if it's Pele or Pele, P-E-L-E, P-E-L-E. Divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What's your heart's true desire? So this is going to really help you to manifest your desires when you truly know what you want and what you're passionate about. And when you find those passions, make sure you pursue them, because these things are things you feel passionate about. Passion is a form of letting you know that you're on the right path. So definitely listen to these passions and desires of yours and pursue them. And it's going to make you feel happy and fulfilled. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope that resonated with you. I hope you like my cute little deck. I love them already. I almost instantly felt connected to them because I really love October and all things October and Halloween. It is my favorite month and holiday. Well, thank you once again for tuning in. I hope all these messages resonated with you. And yeah, thank you. And have a nice weekend and October as well, which I know you guys will. Bye. Much love.